Hello to everyone in Year 2 Growledge Primary School. I hope you are all keeping well. I often think about you and the fun we had whilst learning when in school. It will be good to see you all again. To begin today's video lesson, let's start by seeing if you remember a few simple signs relating to numbers and maths. So, now, as to the signs, you will have to look at the printout of my talk today to see the signs. There are 3 of them, and then at the end I ask you, what is the minus sign? And 2 completely new signs. They are not ones you need to remember unless you want to, but you may be interested to see them and know what they mean. The first one is a right pointing arrow. With numbers, it means greater or bigger than another number. Right pointing arrow 40 means numbers that are more than 40. For example, I'm not sure how many bananas I have in my box, but I believe they are, right pointing arrow, 40. In other words, I believe the number is greater than 40. And the second one is the opposite of the right pointing arrow, and it is a left pointing arrow. Can you think what that means? Remember, it is the opposite of the right pointing arrow. Some of you will have worked out that it means less than or a smaller number. So, and going back to my box of bananas, what does it mean if I believe it contains left pointing arrow 40? The answer is less than 40. Nothing to do with numbers, but reading and writing. What do the following punctuation marks mean? Once again, you'll have to look at the printout of this video presentation to see the marks. I'm sure you all remember those important items of punctuation. It is important to use them when writing, and it makes a lot of difference when reading. I'm now going to write a sentence, and I want you to correct it. Today I will take my dog for a walk, and I must remember to take with us his lead, whistle, tennis ball, and some biscuits. Now, how should I have started the sentence? And what punctuation marks have I left out? Corrected, it should read. Now, here again, you'll have to look at the printout of my video talk, and you will see how it should have been written to include capital letter at the beginning, the first letter of the word today, and then the commas that I have added, and at the end of the sentence, a full stop. Have a look and see the difference that it makes, adding punctuation. Let's now continue with another multiplication table, the 5 times table. It is quite easy when you remember the numbers go up in 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, and 60. You just need to remember how many 5s make each of those numbers. Let's go. 0 times 5 equals 0. 1 times 5 equals 5. 2 times 5 equals 10. 3 times 5 equals 15. 4 times 5 equals what number? You said 20, didn't you? 5 times 5 equals 25. 6 times 5 equals 30. 7 times 5 equals 35. 8 times 5 equals 40. 9 times 5 equals 45. 10 times 5 equals what number? 11 times 5 equals what number? And 12 times 5 equals 60. Filling the missing numbers, then repeat the table over and over again until you have remembered it. Learning your tables may not be easy for everyone, but do try. And I think that one day, when you are older, you might say to yourselves, "Thank you, Mr. B, for helping me to learn my tables." This term, we have been learning our tables starting with the 10 times, then 2 times, followed by 3 times, 4 times, and today 5 times table. Time now for you to practice with all these tables. Please answer the following questions. 10 times 10. Make what? That was easy. 100. 2 times 10. What? 10 times 2. What? It is the same as 2 times 10. 3 times 10 equals what? 5 times 4 equals what? 3 times 3 equals what? 5 times 5 equals what? 0 times 10 equals what? 5 times 2 equals what? And 12 times 5 equals what? I hope you have written down your answers and that someone will check them for you. Last Saturday was my birthday. My family arranged a Zoom, or it may have been a WhatsApp telephone call. That was a wonderful surprise. A question for you. I have 4 children and 4 grandchildren. They all telephoned me and I enjoyed seeing their smiling faces. So, what is the number of smiling faces I saw? My wife made me a birthday cake. She knew that my family would telephone me and how many smiling faces I would see. So my wife decorated the cake with the same number of candles as the number of smiling faces, and then she added 2 more, being 1 each for her and me. How many candles were on the cake? I'll give you a little help. The last digit of that number is a 0. From my window, as I prepare this video, I can see 5 horses in a nearby field. Between them, how many legs have they? And if 2 of those horses went into another field, how many legs would the 2 remaining horses have between them? How many seconds in a minute? How many minutes in an hour? How many hours from midnight one night to midnight the following night? How many days in a week? And what are they? How many months in a year? And what are they? And how many days in a year? The number ends in a 5, though every 4th year the number ends in a 6. That's all for today. Keep smiling, and now goodbye from a smiling Mr. B. Bye.